One thing that we've missed since we've come back to the house is the cows and the pigs. So when we asked the farmer about them, he said there was problems in the village of him walking the cows through. And so we haven't seen them, but we noticed yesterday he was knocking up some fences at the bottom of the garden. And look, the ladies are back.
Herefordshire cattle they are.
Herefordshire cows. Oh, that is so nice to see. What a beautiful view, eh? I feel like I'm in the Alps or somewhere. Move along, ladies. Hi, we're Caroline and Ian, a British couple who 4 years ago gave up work, gave away their possessions and started a full life van tour.
So come and join us and see how Christian faith and van life work together.
In Bulgaria at the moment, on a wing and a prayer. Delilah's a bit frisky this morning, but I don't think she's going to be later. She's had no breakfast because we're taking her to the vets. So this is the first time we've been to a vet's in Romania. And I mean, what do? You can only go by what you see, the reports of them are. The one we've picked has got 10 years experience. He's in Karnabat, which is our local town, which is half an hour away. And the reason we're bringing Delilah to the vets is she does have a large cyst in the middle of her back. Stand still, darling. You know you can't see, but where my fingers are, it's that big by that big. So that needs draining. But then also, I don't know if you remember last year, she had a growth on her lip and we had to go to the vet and get that taken off. It was quite fast growing really, and the vet said, oh, if it starts to bleed it would bleed a lot. Well, unfortunately she's developed one on her foot. This has grown, let's have a look at your paw, darling. This has grown in the last 10 days. Come in the light, that's it, good girl. So at first I thought it was a tick, tried to get it off myself. It's definitely not, it's a growth. So it did start bleeding yesterday, and it was quite awful, clots of blood as well that was coming out of it. So we've managed to get a vet's appointment today and popping in the van down to Karnabat and see what he says, and then you can have some breakfast.
Anyone think I'm sitting in somebody's garden? Actually, I bet you've never seen a place like this before. It's the vets. And the man is very good, he speaks English. And we brought her about that thing on the leg to find out what it is. Well, this is actually his back garden. He does a lot of planting and things. So it took us a bit to find, but we managed to get here in the end. And let's see what the outcome is.
This is the veterinary surgery in Bulgaria. You get to it by going through a vegetable garden in Karnabat. And this is actually the surgery. So Delilah's having her operation today. He's going to sedate her out here while we're still with her, which is nice because then we can just be calm with her. He's going to shave her out here so that the hair doesn't get into his operating theatre. And then Ian and Dr. Georgie are going to carry her through, and then we'll leave her. So, yeah, big day today, Delilah. She did not want to get into the bus, but what a different way of a doctor's surgery.
I've just stopped for a coffee in the centre of Karnabat because Delilah's in having her surgery.
So I've left my baby girl and I'm a bit anxious really. So one thing is good. So in England, when she had the wart from the face removed, she had a doctor, she had a scrub nurse, she had an anaesthetist. Here there's just one doctor removing 3 and has told us to come back in an hour. Now in some ways it's nice because she's only having sedation and not full Hello, little doggy. And she's not having a full anaesthetic, but I'm just scared. I think, you know, it's a foreign country, they do things differently. What at first I thought was really good and perhaps, oh, that's great, not a load of either. Now I'm scared to death that what if it's not right and what if she gets infection, and yeah. Come back in an hour and we'll tell you how it's going. Here we have Delilah at the vet, still asleep. She's absolutely out for the count. So they've removed the one from her leg. That wasn't difficult at all. They've removed the little one from her back, but the problem came with this one on her back. So what we thought was a cyst, he's actually shown me it does not look like a cyst at all. It actually looks like a tumour. It is very, very nodular. And it was a deep cut as well that he had to make to remove it. It was quite a did and stuck and vascular round the sides. So poor Delilah's been through it. The problem we have now is that we can't get the van near to the vets because it's just such a small road. So we're going to have to lift Delilah into a wheelbarrow and take her down to the van when she wakes up, but she should probably be asleep for the next 4 hours. George,
Trying to be funny.
Dr. George gives a personal service. He's escorting the dog to the van. That is so kind of him. This is his beautiful garden.
They're going to make a job with me. No offense.
And Ian has managed to get the van right outside the door, which is amazing. So there's the van. There's Delilah in her carriage.
Jan, I'll need you.
Ian, go ahead.
I just got to get through the little door. Yeah, I'll need you, Jan. Just
To lift the barrow.
Lift? No. Just be careful not for a dog to fall down. Okay. I'll be careful. Yeah.
Oh, she's being treated like a princess in a carriage.
So where we get to... Okay. So you have to walk.
So I got back to the house. The sedation hasn't quite worn off yet. You can see. Shaved the back. Sorted the 2 lumps there. She's got one on there. She's got a bandage round her leg as well. And she's desperate. She's a right fighter, isn't she? Look at her. Hey, you're a right fighter, aren't you? Right, why don't we just lie down? Nope, she's like, I don't want to lie down. I want to walk around the garden. So her legs are still a bit, she's not quite got her legs and her head together yet. So she can't get her back legs are a bit slightly out of it, but she's probably hungry as well. She probably wants dinner.
Right, just be still now, darling. Be still.
She's a right fighter, isn't she?
Yeah.
Right, you need to go somewhere where it's cool. Right.
Delilah's doing really, really well after her operation. So it's Tuesday today, so she's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days post-op. One of the wounds is not so good. It has been leaking, but we're quite happy it's leaking because it means it's not building up pressure underneath it. The other 2 wounds, so the one on her leg and the small tumour, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The larger one, not as good. So the problem with her is she's a little monkey. Because it's irritating her, she goes outside, she rolls on her back, she gets covered in pine needles. So she stays in all day, and we normally go out and supervise her to have a wee. But like now, it's evening and we're tired and she's just gone out on her own, and this is what's happened.
Oh, just before we do that, this is a picture that Caroline made.
That really good. Made of buttons and lollipop sticks. And you little artist you are, aren't you? Oh, don't laugh. I think that's really good. Anyway.
Thank you very much. Back to the dog's wounds.
Yes.
So one wound here is beautifully cleaned. The one on her paw is beautifully cleaned. This is the area of worry. So that's the main area of the wound, but this is where she's had a leakage. So trying to keep it good, girl. Oh, she's clever.
She does well.
Trying to keep it clean.
Don't you, baby?
And then pick out all the little bits
All the stuff that she goes rolling in. Your little note, hey?
You've had your pleasure.
Mmm.
It's not too bad actually tonight.
No. So we say thank you to Dr. George. He's done a perfect job of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's finished her antibiotics
Yeah,
today.
she has.
Yeah.
She's eating well. She doesn't appear to be in any pain.
Definitely
I
no
mean, look,
problems at all.
I'm touching it now and it's just tickling her rather than hurting her. But we are cleaning it. The blue, by the way.
Yeah, it's it's a funny spray. It's an antiseptic spray that we were given, but it looks like as though we're Banksy. We're going along doing some spraying. That's not. That's just water.
This is just water to clean it. No, so the blue is actually an antiseptic spray that they use on cattle, and because obviously where we are in the village, there is a lot of flies and cattle, so he's kind of treating her in the same way in case any of the flies got on her from that. But yeah, quite happy
start
with
moving.
quite happy with that. So I'm going to take
there she is.
Yeah.
You see, no problem at all.
and just look at. I'm going to take the stitches out in probably 2 more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, see how they go.
And as for her leg,
Oh, that's doing really, really well.
I can't even sure which side
It's
it's
here.
on now. It's on that
That's
side.
it.
Yeah.
As clean as anything, it's just there.
Just down there, and
Yeah.
that's almost gone. So, Delilah, you're doing well. Yeah, apart from keep rolling around in the dirt. What an incredible village to be in. The lady next door is forever constantly giving us her fruit and various different things that she's grown. We have just walked past a family about 2 minutes ago, just round the corner, and we were saying how much we were admiring their tomatoes, and and they're giving us a bag full. Look at those.
A great big bag full of tomatoes.
Well, this is the Bulgarian people, and this is the reason why we love this place. It's absolutely incredible.
Everybody shares.
We've got to find something we can share.
Yes. We'll have to start making things.
Share the love. Share the yeah, start making some food or something and pass it round. Well, here we are. All the way around the village and all the way back. As you can see, all you can see from the bottom end of this road is our van. Oh, Mrs. has gone exploring again. So, you can see the sun's just starting to go down. And it's all going quiet.
Oh! I'm starting off the jackals. We're nearly home. Can you hear them? So listen to them reply. Oh! I could be a jackal. I've started the dogs off now. Oh! I'm not sure that you will get the beauty of this as much as we're getting it, but we're out on our evening walk and it's a little bit later than normal.
That's
So-
kind of ill, love.
The sun has set and the moon has risen, and it is a super moon and it is a blue moon. So I thought I would just give you the history of a blue moon. So you've heard the phrase once in a blue moon, and that is because a blue moon happens when you get 2 full moons in a month rather than just the one. So this month, August 2024, is a blue moon month, and it's not only a blue moon month, but it is a super moon month.
Nearly doing me Peter Pan then, flying through the moon to Never Neverland.
Off to Never Neverland. So yes, it is absolutely stunning.
4 days of sunshine at anywhere between 38 and 46, and what that's caused is a lack of water again. So, Mrs.
This time we are very prepared for it though.
Are you?
So yes, we managed to buy a massive, I don't know how many litres of water, and we have a water cooler, so we've got fresh drinking water. We've also filled, from last time, lots and lots of bottles of water. So if it's off this time, and I've done all my washing, so if it's off this time, it is what it is.
Are you happy about it now, are you? You don't care?
I am, because we've got no guests here, so it's only me and you struggling.
Oh, right. Okay, it's like...
You don't need water, and I can almost manage. I think the bus is full as well, isn't it?
Well, if there's no water, let them eat, let them drink gin.
We're back from our lovely evening walk, and we're going to have a tomato challenge. So these are the tomatoes that we were given. I'll just move them. They're an odd shape, but Mama Nika gave us some the other day and they were absolutely lovely. So we've got some pepper, we've got some salt, and we are going to try the tomatoes. There you go, Mr. A, you have the big one.
Well, surely you don't put pepper on tomatoes, do you?
Of course you do, black pepper on tomatoes. Oh, you've never lived, lad.
Ooh.
Good.
I'm glad your mum's not here. You're having a fit.
Do you want a bit of pepper?
Oh, well, I must if it's the way to go.
If you was a chef, you'd put black pepper on.
Would I?
You would.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, just a bit.
Okay.
You want some on yours?
I'll do mine in a minute. And the taste?
Oh, that pepper.
Good.
Double.
And mnogo dubere is very good. Oh, it's a bit scary actually. The storm is right overhead now. So this is what Mama Nika brought for us, and they're a little bit like donuts. Are you going to sit down, love, so I can see you enjoying them? So I've served them with ice cream and a drizzle of honey. I don't know how you're supposed to serve them, but yeah, a Bulgarian tradition.
You're not going to keep that until I taste it.
Yeah. It's always good to try new things. So tell me what you think.
I shall give it a go.
That panting is Delilah in the background.
It's me cutting through this. Right.
Okay.
Nanika does it again.
So we know it's a sweet dish because there was sugar on it, but it is actually a donut, and inside the donut is
Ice cream.
cheese.
Cheese?
There's actually little pieces of cheese. So I've heated it up, the cheese is melted. So it's kind of a sweet, come savoury, come...
With ice cream?
cheese.
Cheers.
Cake. What are you doing, Mr. A?
Making a cup of tea, my love. We are pruning these trees down, and I've got to admit, this little tool here that we bought. That could have been me on there. Right. As you can see, this little tool is like a mini chainsaw, and it's only supposed to be for pruning. So we're pruning the trees.
And the reason we're pruning the trees is because Mr. A decided before we have to leave in September, he wanted to clean all the guttering. So these big branches were in the way of his ladder. Also, they're dropping all the needles onto the hot tub. So
I've done that side.
Yep,
I've done
the gutters on that side are done.
Now I've got to try and get to this side to do this one.
So we have cut one big branch down, and we thought we'd like you to join us taking this one down. So there's a dangly rope that I have to pull on to try and pull it away from the hot tub. Right, crack on, Mr. A. Right, you're going haphazard now. Stick to the plan. Oi!
What?
Stick to the plan. It's this one.
I'm getting carried away here.
You are.
Hang on. I'm going to be doing the one that I've got the ladder on.
Right, so he's got the ladder on the branch he's cutting. Yeah.
Does this a lot?
I think because it's quite a sappy tree, it's sticking.
I'm wondering if my batteries are running out.
I hope so. Then I can go and have a cup of coffee instead of holding this rope.
No.
I think it's too big for that tool. Okay.
Oh, I think it's got a big piece of thing stuck in it. Hang on a minute.
Well, is it not just going to jam again? I think we... Oh.
I just don't want to do this, do you? You got it. Whoa.
Yay! Oh, that was quite successful.
No,
Just don't fall off the ladder.
it's all right. Stand up again.
Yeah, that was really good. So the rope has pulled it in the direction we wanted it. Hey, we could be lumberjacks, Mr. A.
From I don't think that this could do this to I'm a lumberjack.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.